Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully all is well. Good morning to Liz Ann. Thank you. Good morning to all the Facebook contributors. I appreciate you. As well as X. I now see myself on Instagram. And I'm not too sure which one is better. If we go with, let's lean into it here. Yeah, I don't know. That's almost too much, right? And then if you go like this, it's almost like too little. I don't know. Not too sure what to do there. I think I'm just going to leave it. We'll go with it. And we'll continue forward. All right, we are going to start the live on Instagram right now, and it should take a couple minutes to get going here. All right, it's trying. It's doing circles. Nope, we're on. Good morning, Instagram. And you know what, I think I'm gonna do this. Go with this, even though it's a little too bright. Tony checking in from work. Hopefully work is treating you well, sir. And you're happy. Are you excited about the game? So much coverage. Oh my God. We will know when we've made it, when we're invited to the Super Bowl to be in that room with, oh my God, it must be 300 different shows. And they give you a little table and a couple microphones, and you're on your own. And who cares if it's loud in the background? It's entirely up to you. But you imagine you in the week, before the Super Bowl, how much money you'd spend going around partying, unless there's free parties for media, which I doubt. Now, if you're one of the bigwigs, you don't need the perks anyways, right? But I'm noticing there's a lot of little stations there, little radio stations, and all they give you is 2 microphones, a setup, and you can go live. Now, if you're one of the bigger networks, they give you a main table, but you're still surrounded by people, and you can have random people walking behind and looking and enjoying, so you don't know. It is what it is. I do love this new feature, folks, where you can see who's on. Currently, we have 8 people on YouTube. It looks like 0 on Facebook, 0 on, what is that, X, and 1 on Twitch. And I know who that is. That's Tony. But yesterday, Tony, on YouTube alone, we had almost 100 viewers during the show, which is crazy. I've never had that before. So it's starting to get momentum. And I think the key is to go live every day, right? So we've got, yeah, it's good. It's really good. Wait till we get the show really going. Are we going to cover, the new XFL, the merging? I hope we do. That is the Comedy Football League to me. I might even this year follow the CFL. I'm like going, oh God. But you know what? I would go to the games in Toronto. And what's wild is in Canada, for what it would cost for one game in the States, you could have a whole season. And I remember a bunch of my friends from work had tickets. And what they would do is a couple of games, they would sell the tickets and literally get their money back for the whole year, and the rest of it was free. Now, it doesn't cost, that much. I think it was about 800 Canadian to 1,400 a few years ago to go to a CFL game. I'm hearing right now that it's anywhere from 12,000 to 22,000 for a normal ticket for the Super Bowl. And they're also talking about where there will be over 100 million people watching the Super Bowl, all the way up to maybe 150 million, partly because of the Swiftie experience. That's unbelievable that they would have that many people. Thank you to all the people on YouTube right now. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate your support. Say hello in the comments. If you can, subscribe, share. I'm so glad you're here today with us. And YouTube has been steadily growing and peaking. I don't know if I'm getting more support from YouTube, but whatever's happening, thank you, and I appreciate it. I'm now around 4,500 subscribers, and I'm finding now that every month I'm getting 60 to 70 new subscribers without any effort. So, well, the effort is being on air every day. That's the effort, I guess. But Tony, in the beginning, hello there. Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I can put your name up here. There you go. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you're subscribed. Not many people I notice now on Twitter have the background. You know how you have your picture. It is so important to have that picture, the background picture. Only takes a few minutes because it makes it look like you don't exist. Good morning to Laura. Good morning to Lynn Cat Walters. And this is on Instagram this morning. Grateful to have you here. Laura, hopefully you have a great day. Laura, did you hear those dogs going crazy earlier? It sounded like dogs were fighting. Like literally physically fighting. Did you see that, or was it just more bark than bite? Even Tia, who is pretty calm, was growling. I think that is the most eyeballs, guys, I've ever had in the morning. Thank you. I'm looking at 34 eyeballs right now. Thank you so much on YouTube. Wherever you are, all over the world, if you could, tell me where you are right in this moment and who you're voting for, or rooting for if you like that better. I think with Patrick Mahomes, you can never, ever count him out. I think there's a great chance that he is going to do phenomenal. And he is going to find a way. And don't forget with the coaching, too, you've got Andy Reid, who is unbelievable. And he's got great coaches within his squad that nobody even knows about. Now, the players know, and people around the league know the depth of that team. I remember at about midway in the week, people were saying 49ers, 49ers, 49ers. People were booing. Did you see that? People were booing Travis Kelce. Like, there is a huge shift of the amount of people that are in that Coliseum that were not happy to see KC, right? Kansas City, the Chiefs. And there are many who are more interested in the quarterback debate between Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady won 7. 7. That's unbelievable. But in the first 6 years that, Patrick has been in the league, he's always made an appearance. Now, he didn't win every time. And he's collected 2 rings. And I think the odds are very high that he's going to win. Now, I'm not saying that San Fran can't. They've got a lot of weapons. Come on. If Christian McCaffrey does phenomenal and burns up the road, we're going to do great. All right, let's have a quick look here at X Pro, which used to be TweetDeck. Let's put this on here. All right. And let's shift it like this because you can't read it. Okay. Here you go. And maybe we'll have just one of me. There we go. Perfect. and we'll get rid of this. Hide that. I am well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing very well. How are you? How's everybody doing this morning? You know, we always have to remember that many people are suffering in silence each and every day. And many people have their own bouts of depression. Think of the stress that the athletes are going through right now. And how badly they want this. And how long it took them to get to this point. Right? How difficult is it to make it to a Super Bowl? How many athletes have been in the league 12, 14 years, maybe made one appearance? Some have never made an appearance, ever. Just were never on the right team. And that can happen. All right, let's see what we've got here. I'm going to shrink this. All right, and make this bigger. Here we go. Constantly learning, folks. All right. Oh, here's a great picture. I like this one.
Yeah, Brees is a stud, man. I think he's another guy around the league who doesn't get enough credit. Obviously, he has the speed to make any run go. And I think if you get him, you know, once you get him going, he's hard to stop. Breaks tackles, gets yards after contact, has the patience, the vision, and can catch the ball too. So he's a stud.
Many of the running backs in the league have talked about how incredible the season has been for CMC. They are wowed by him. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't that incredible? I love that. Like, the technology now that they have is mind-blowing. That is hands down one of the most incredible stadiums, I would say, in the world. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's definitely one of the better ones. And look at the detail here. A lot of pride, a lot of work, a lot of sweat, many years of suffering went into making that what it is. And I watched a show on it, and it was a rocky ride for them to get that going. It was not easy by any stretch of the imagination. All right, let's click it here. Have a quick look. What is this? Okay, this is what I want to show. Okay, so this little area here is what I'm talking about, Tony, if you're still with us. If we make it to this room, and it's nothing classy by any stretch of imagination, but they're little booths for different radio stations, different podcasts, and there's hundreds of them. Check this out.
All right, starts off fine.
That's the setup. That's all you get. You get a table, a couple microphones, and you can go live. So you must have some form of an internet connection. And I've seen multiple radio stations broadcast from there. Some of the shows that I watch that are highly rated. I think that's a goal to pursue. Not that it's glamorous. Now, the networks, some of them end up having areas, right? Or exclusive interviews. Sometimes even within the stadium. Have you heard the rumor, which is no longer a rumor, that San Fran is very upset with the field conditions, saying they're too soft? And they spent something like $200 million on this surface, which is natural grass, and they're bitching because it's a little soft. Come on. Whatever happened to the really tough football players that used to be around the world? Like, it's not like someone's going to twist an ankle. You know, it's not like they're running on concrete. I get it, you know, especially with teams. I don't know if you remember this, but if you go back about 30, 40 years ago, and all the fields were grass, and they would, you know, the teams that weren't very quick would always pray for rain, snow, really bad conditions where it was slippery, because then it evened out the playing field for the skill levels of each of the players. Oh, I like that. That's good music. That is a weird sky. Isn't that beautiful? That's unbelievable. All right, we have here. Now, if you look within the clouds here, it tells a story. It really does. You know, everything in light reflects hope, healing, joy, bliss, abundance, connection with Source. And many of the players that play football are deeply religious or have spiritual coaches, or they have people that help them stay balanced mentally, physically. You know, if you go back 30, 40 years ago and you look at books like this, okay, The History of the NFL, unbelievable book, by the way, you see how much they suffered. They didn't make a lot of money, and many of those players now suffer from broken bones, right? Multiple injuries, arthritis, but number one, concussions. And some of them have actually lost brain function from the swelling of the brain repeatedly. And they didn't have protocols back 30, 40 years ago. You toughened it out. If you broke a bone or you fractured a bone, you kept playing until you couldn't play anymore, where you weren't an asset, right? All right, let's have a quick look here. We haven't done any... All right, I like this here. This is From the Depths, Unknown, Emotional, Sweetly Rises, Emerging like sunbeams through the morning skies. They dance with the rhythm of a beating heart, melodies of feelings, weaving their art. Sometimes they whisper, barely a sound. Other times they roar, shaking the ground. And that's the truth of the power of nature, the power of water, the power of prayer, the power of belief. And for those who get really locked in and have been, you know, in this situation of being in the Super Bowl multiple times, it gets easier each and every time because they have battled through these inner demons, fears, times of unworthiness. Like, think of the pressure that is on Brock Purdy right now. It would be unbelievable. Oh, look at this. This is really strange. What a strange list. These are people who have had 3 championships. Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Mickey Mantle, Stan Musial, I think that's right. Joe DiMaggio, I know him, and Guy Lafleur, and of course I'm Canadian, I know Guy Lafleur. So Patrick Mahomes, if he gets 3 championships, will be one of those individuals. The other stat I heard the other day is there's only been a few players in the history of the NFL that have won 3 or more Super Bowl championships. It's not a lot. It's not a big list, especially 4. Now you can probably guess Joe Montana, but beyond that, who do you think has 4 championships? Oh, that's cool. It's a nice picture. Anybody know who that is? And it looks like they're in Las Vegas there. Everybody's in Las Vegas now. What's this? Oh, look at that. This is interesting. Luke Getsy named offensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Raiders. So he was the offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears, bringing with him 17 years of coaching experience, including 9 in the NFL. Getsy led an offense that ranked 2nd in the NFL in rushing attempts and rushing yards per games. Under his guidance, wide receiver DJ Moore registered career highs in receptions, 96, receiving yards of 1,364, and touchdowns, 8. He also saw tight end Cole Kmet set career best for receptions of 73 and receiving yards of 719. In his first season as the Bears coordinator in 2022, Getsy helped guide the team to a franchise record of 3,014 total rushing yards and a league best of 177.3 rushing yards per game. Prior to joining the Chicago, Getsy spent 7 seasons with the Green Bay Packers in multiple roles, serving as team's quarterback's passing game coordinator from 2020 to 2021, quarterback coach in 2019, wide receiver coach from 2016 and 17, offering quality control coach from 2014 to 15. So he's done a little bit of everything. That's amazing. You know, not an easy job to be a coach in the NFL by any stretch of the imagination. Let's take a moment, because we do this every day, and let's thank some of the contributors from all the different platforms. All right, let's get out of here. Have a quick look. See here. I think I lost my Instagram. I bet you it's still running though. So what you have to do is you go back in, you log back in, and you find your way back home. And you basically go to where you were before, live video, and it should come up. Yeah, it's trying to. Yeah, it says I'm live. And there I am. Perfect. So I'm back. So if you ever lose your way and you're doing Instagram and for some reason you go to a different screen and you lose the link to see yourself, all you got to do is go back into Instagram, go to the same steps that you did to start it, and you will find yourself back to your screen and you'll be able to see your comments. I don't find it's the most stable platform, but it is fun. and you will connect with people that you don't usually connect with. For me, it's more people in my real life, people I know in person, so it can be interesting at times. We are currently at 25 minutes, and we still have viewers on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you for being here. Wherever you are, all over the world, please leave a comment. Tell us where you are today, what the weather's like, who you're cheering for in the Super Bowl, and what you think your weekend's going to be like, and what are some of the plans that you're going to make this weekend. Are you going to get together with family and friends? Do you have traditions that you do each and every Super Bowl? My daughter, who doesn't follow football, is talking about wanting to go and party. And it's just an excuse for a lot of people to get out and enjoy the atmosphere of fun. And it can be very electric. I have noticed in the past, though, it sometimes can get very heated between different fan bases, especially if you're watching like Stanley Cup hockey. Oh my God. I've seen fisticuffs, swearing, not nice comments to each other. It can happen. The creators who make this so much fun for me, I really appreciate you. And we are going to take a moment here and look at some of the notifications. All right, so let's see what we got today. I wonder if I should try it through here. Let's do this. We can click it here, and it's right there. Okay, let's put this up. This is just normal Twitter right now. And we'll do it like this. That's better. Okay. So Barbara Allen, thank you so much. Wishing everyone a lovely day. And who else do we have here? We have Fran again. Thank you, Fran. Purple Haze. Have not seen Purple Haze in quite a while. That's a contributor I've known for a long time. Husband, father, love to travel, write music, and read. And he has 37.5 thousand followers. That is impressive. Alberto Daniel Hill, thank you for your support. And that person has 33,000.2 followers. Interesting. I highly recommend, if you are doing podcasts, take a moment, at least once or twice a week, and thank the people who make your life worth living, support you, especially on different formats. And everybody has their favorite formats. For me, it's always been Twitter. And then I would say recently it would be YouTube because of all the support. I really appreciate all the people who have been watching. Chris Gales, great guy, musician. Hope to have him on the show soon. Be wonderful if we could actually get him to play a little bit. He did that on Haps a couple of times. This is him fixing his radiator, it looks like. It impresses me when people can do their own repairs on the car. I've always thought that was wild. All right, let's go back. And who else do we have here? Here's a person who supports me all the time. I have no idea what this page is about. I think it's political. That's my guess. That this person supports me all the time. This is a person I don't really know. Let's have a look. Okay. Well, thank you for your support. I guess he's into gaming and spirituality. and family and crypto and a whole bunch of stuff. I probably talked to him on Twitter Spaces. That's, if I had to guess, that's probably where I know him from. All right, let's see what else we have here. There's good old Tony. We try to always support him. Hopefully we do a Belt Kings this week. That would be awesome. Maybe we can do it Saturday or Sunday, whenever it's good for Tony. That would be awesome. All right. And as you can see, he does all kinds of different shows. He's all over the internet. And he has a very loyal fan base. And we're hoping to get that to grow in this prosperous 2024. Mel M, who I've known from HAPS, creator, poetry, art, nature, mindfulness. Never give up on yourself. You are infinitely more powerful than you can ever imagine. Love it. I don't think I've ever seen her. Oh no, that's a lie. I've seen her once in person. Briefly. This is beautiful. Look at that. That's impressive. Says a lot. There's a whole bunch going on here too. That's one of those ones you could look at it 3 or 4 times and see something different. Ultra modern. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Mel, for all you do. I haven't seen Mel for a while, except for the comments. Greenie, we talked to her yesterday. Salaman, here he is. And Greenie is, what does it say? Light worker, psychic medium, healer, seeker, green witch, here to help humanity. DM me for free reads. Okay. And there's Salomon thanking me. Thank you, sir. Let's have a quick look at him. He changed his photo recently. I noticed that. Okay. And Danny Dimples. Kelly Miller. Amazon best-selling author. I didn't know that. I know Kelly Miller. What else we got here? Yeah, Maria. There we go. We try to... Tracy of reading is our passion. That's awesome. I love that. Alicia, who I followed for a very long time. All right. You can't control everything. Sometimes you just need to relax and have faith that things will work out. Let go a little and just let life happen. Totally agree. Just let life happen. Okay. Let's have a quick look at Instagram. And event log. What is that? Broadcast was started. Video stream was received. It's telling me how many minutes ago. It's telling me the frame rate, the video bit rate, the audio rate. That's kind of neat. And then I can go back to comments. Interesting. I need to learn more on how the Instagram works. And there's a procedure that you have to do with Facebook to get the comments to come on as well, which can be a royal pain in the butt. Let's see if we can do that. Facebook. All right, and log in. Let's have a look here. Okay, and I'm looking at memories from 2 years ago. And it looks like me on HAPS 2 years ago with my NASA shirt, which I don't think is around anymore. Life is a journey with problems to solve and lessons to learn, but most of all, experience to enjoy. Good morning all over the world. I like that one. And that's Stephen Clark, who is, let's see what else he's got here. A river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. Oh, that one's good. It's never too late to start over. If you weren't happy with yesterday, try something different today. Don't stay stuck. Do better. Good morning. I like that. That one's good. All right, here's another one. When everything around you seems hopeless, believe anyways. When everything was hopeless, Abram believed anyway, deciding to live not on the basis of what he saw he couldn't do, but on what God said he could do. Mindset. It is all about mindset. From the moment you wake up to the moment you rest your head at night, everything is up to you. Your emotions, your thoughts, your perceptions, your reactions, every moment. I like that one. You attract more opportunity once you are calm, because no one wants to deal with people who lack emotional control. I would totally agree. Good morning, fitness girl. It is time we choose quality over quantity in our lives. In every single sense, only when we can save the planet. Be a reflection of what you'd like to see in others. If you want love, give love. If you want honesty, give honesty. If you want respect, give respect. Get in return what you give. I like those. Those are good. In the blink of an eye, everything can change. So forgive often and love with all of your heart. Take no one for granted, for you never know what may happen tomorrow. I would agree with that as well. Okay, let's see here. Click that off. Now you can also, for those who don't know this program, you can change the background on this. And it's quite easy. You just click. So let's see some of the different ones we have today. And this is on Restream. So let's say you want something that's a different color, right? Let's do this one. And that one looks like it's a blue winter wonderland. We have that. Then we also have this, which is colorful at best. This one's new. I like this one. This one's cool. Very cool. Why don't we keep with that one for a bit? And that would use less graphics than the other because it's not moving. Okay, well, let's leave that one for a bit. All right. Wake up every morning with a thankful attitude. Expect something good to happen in your life today. Joel Osteen. Good guy. For I know the plans I have for you, declared the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. That's interesting. Oh, I like this one here. Happiness is a choice, not a result. Nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. No person will make you happy unless you decide to be happy. Your happiness will not come to you. It can only come from you. I would agree. Goodness is a choice. Stopping yourself from doing what's wrong is not the same as choosing what's right and doing it. Don't stand on the verge of being good. Be as good as you can be. If you can give, give. If you can help, help. If you can make someone's day by a simple act of kindness, make it. Set a bar of success for yourself as high as the best that you can be. Not as low as avoiding the worst that you can be. Big difference. That's some strange patterning of words. What if life is happening to you, not to you? To experience hardships so you know your strengths. To have failures so you can realize the power in starting over. To feel loneliness so you find comfort in solitude. To feel chaos so you can learn calm. Stay open to growth. Control your thoughts and how you see things. You are that much closer to discovering the parts of yourself that have yet been discovered. I would agree. Thank you so much for being here, folks. Why don't we do a quick football story here, just for a moment. Got notifications here. And let's go to, I think I can do it from here. Okay. We've got TweetDeck here. And all I have to do is click it on and we should be rocking here. There's Pro, Share. Okay. We're grooving. Couple buttons and we're rocking. All right. Let's see if we can move this over just slightly. This is cool. Brooklyn, Morgan. Okay. That looks about right. Heaven sings. Butterflies wings. Toes bling. Nose rings. Love springs. Flower brings. Relaxing, meditating, breathing, flying. Preferring, expressing, kissing, hugging, loving, writing. I am Brooklyn Morgan. That's so cool. I love people that are open and playful. You know, we live in a world that's not necessarily filled with individuals like that. So when I see that, I really admire it. That's a blast from the past. So what happens if I do this? Oh, wow. Okay. That definitely doesn't fit right. So if I do it like this, might be a little better. Yeah. There we go. Now, if you had to guess, what year is that? See, the thing is, the car could just be old. And it could be a photo from the 60s. Or it could be a photo from the 40s. Oh, I love this one. This is good. Stop telling people everything. Most people don't care, and some secretly want you to fail. Woohoo! I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Everyone must choose one of two plans. The plan of discipline or the plan of regret. Yes, Jim Rohn. Love Jim Rohn. Highly recommend him. If you can purchase any writings from Jim Rohn, or if you can listen to the old tape programs, if you can get through them, his wisdom is simple, but it's potent. Look at that. Rule number 1 is to stay calm. It's the hardest, but it will be worth it. I would agree. Well said. always say less than necessary. When you are trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. Even if you are saying something banal, I think that's the word, it will seem original if you make it vague, open-minded, and phoenix-like. Powerful people impress and imitate by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. I would agree. I totally agree with that. That's powerful. Eat once a day, walk a lot, drink water, no sugar, eat fruits, relax in nature, sleep on time, get sunshine, spend time with loved ones. Simple things. I would totally agree with that. Falling dreams are one of the most common types of dreams. Falling dreams are common and can symbolize a loss of control in waking life. That makes sense. Death. An intriguing example of a death dream is a person dreaming that they are watching their own funeral. Never have done that. The most beautiful place you get to be in this life is within a beautiful soul's prayer. Oh my God, that's beautiful. I love that. Simple, potent. Thank you, folks. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Hopefully you have a wonderful, glorious day full of divine miracles. Keep shining your light all over the world and be kind to one another. It's that simple. It really is. If you can, take the time to share, like, subscribe, and open your heart to the healing waves that pulse freely throughout the universe, especially in nature, and be calm and confident within your innermost being. God bless you all.